Alright, the time we've all been waiting for. The new 6.86 patch. The Balance of Power update. Let's see. I've been waiting on this like everyone else for quite a while now. It's Arc Warden's new design. Says the Arc Warden, the Fractured Guardian, a splintered fragment of the same primordial power as the ancients themselves. Zet, the Arc Warden, has pledged to see the clash between Radiant and Dire finally end by reunification or annihilation. Assault lone enemies with fluxing energy or distort space to generate a protective field around allies. Summon a Spark Wraith to patrol an area for enemies to infuse with harmful magic. Then create a double of Zet, items and all, to overwhelm your foes. Derp. Right, Flux. So infuses a lone enemy unit with swirling volatile energy, slowing its movement speed and dealing damage over time. The effect is muted if another enemy unit is near the target. Magnetic field generates a circular distortion field of magnetic energy that grants evasion and attack speed bonuses to allies and heroes and buildings within. Spark Wraith summons a Spark Wraith that slowly materializes, haunts targeted area until an enemy comes within its range. Once the target has been found, the Wraith fuses with them, dealing magic damage. Tempest Double. Briefly refocusing its fractured elements into a single form, the Arc Warden is able to create a perfect electrical duplication of itself. The duplicate can use all of Arc Warden's current items and spells. When the duplicate is created, all of its available items and normal abilities are off cooldown. Midas Dagon. Let's learn more. Well, we'll learn more in a little bit. But, the Zeus tree model. The Zeus tree work. Let's see. Looks badass. He's literally ripped. Literally ripped. Not just his abs, but his skin is like breaking. Tempest Helm of the Thunder God. Arcana item for Zeus. So maybe just an Arcana item and not an actual update. We'll see. Or maybe it's both. Forged by the hammers of Celestar and imbued with the energies of the Ancient, this helm feels at home, resting across the brow of the Lord of Heaven himself. The faithless shall tremble as true thunder rolls across the fields of battle. Arcana includes, when equipped, this item grants the following custom upgrades to Zeus. New base model texture and all the animations, new effect and sound for Thunder God's Wrath, special kill effect for enemies slain with Thunder God's Wrath, special effect and sound using a blink dagger, a custom portrait hero minimap icon, ability icon, altered voice, a temperate cloud trait to carry his majesty, animated chat emoticon. Another reason to get blink dagger on him. If purchased by December 31st, 2015, you will receive an exalted quality on this item, just like all the others. Has Zeus graced your ears with the tale of the time he was entertaining a den of the most powerful enchanting creatures when... No, not that time. That was how he lost his powers. This is the tale of how he got some of them back. And then goes on, has a little comic book. But we don't care about that shit. We care about the good stuff. Care about the meat. No, we don't need any of the garnish. We want the meats. Okay, so new this desert terrain finally is here. Pretty cool. Desert music sound pack. Nice. Ultra shadow quality. You get that ultra shadow quality option. Got the Coliseum desert map. Nested treasure 2. Purchasers of this tantalizing treasure box will find another treasure nested inside, filled from a new lineup of the past year's treasures. The Nested Treasure 2 also offers the chance to receive a set redemption token, which can be used to select any non-rare items contained within the other possible treasures. I'm so excited I can't speak. New in client. Ooh, wow, do they have kind of have your, just like Dota buff or something? New in the client, hero stats. Be it for studious improvement or post-stomp bragging rights, a detailed record of your exploits can come in handy. Check out your stats on each hero's respective gallery page, or see a comprehensive list in your profile. Cool, I like that. It's kind of like your own little personal Dota buff stuff. Neat. Easy access armory. Thank God you had to click through 5 different menus to finally get to where equipping stuff. It says, maintaining a modern hero's armory is no small task. Worse yet, sifting through dusty bracers and rusty broadswords in search of near-forgotten treasures is Squire's work. With the new armor feed, you can save time and sack the Squire, accessing all of your recently acquired items directly from any menu in the client. That's good. One-stop shop. Not all the best shops are secret. Now accessible in the top menu of the Dota 2 client. Visit the new store tab to stock up on hero sets, global items, and latest featured treasures. That's nice. It's nice. Private chat channels. Create chat channels with restricted memberships. Invite your friends. Invite your enemies. Invite enemies to like, or don't. You can create a channel that's just for you. Nice, nice, nice. I'm speaking so fast because I want to get to this. It's new in 6.86. Map change. Uh-oh. 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 The inner dotard, the person that doesn't want things to change as far as, like, you know, traditions, is freaking. This is by nature's will and battle scars. The land around the river have changed. Explore new paths of opportunity to escape on both the radiant and dire sides. Mastery of these paths may determine whether you return to the fountain by means of teleportation or from beyond the veil of the dead. New arcane rune. From battle's beginning to Ancient's end, heroes clash to briefly control the mystical entities that spawn near the river's bends. Now a new power flows into rune form, a prize to spellcasters and fighter alike. The arcane rune infuses its users' abilities with arcane energy, reducing all spells, cooldowns, and mana costs. Wow, that's really new. Some new cooldown stuff, kind of leaguish. Mana costs. That's gonna be really cool on someone that has something like really spammy. That's very neat. Map changes, that's interesting. I'm going to see the whole thing. Wow, I know PBD, I think he had said something about new items. They got like a sneak preview or something. It turns out is right. Alright, Fairy Fire. For a meager offering, gain the blessing of the Fae. The intense glow of Fairy Fire grants wielders increased damage against their foes and can be consumed to restore health. It's interesting. So this is kind of like, yes, aggressive mangoes, but like with a salve. Dragonlance possesses strength and reach of a wyvern rider. The Dragonlance bestows equal amounts of strength, attack, speed, and damage. Lance also extends the attack range of any ranged heroes who carry it to battle. So this is ranged only. So this would be something like, you know, just anything Luna and stuff. Well, I could maybe get it on TA, have super long things. Oh, it sounds kind of silly. I don't know. You already have side blades, but if you could have like super duper long side blades. Let's see, Aether Lens. The Aether Lens boosts the mana and magic resistance of its bearer while granting improved health regeneration. With the lens as a focal point for arcane power, a caster gains increased spell range and damage output. Wow, they're starting to like add stuff that increases like spell range. That's really interesting. Like make stuff scale harder. Almost like League a little bit with scaling magic damage. That's interesting. It might be like pretty strong on like nuker mids and stuff. Spell range. What's pretty ridiculous in range that could be even nastier? I guess just any kind of like CC or stuns can get pretty gross. Interesting. Iron Talon. Offering armor and quelling blade bonuses, the Iron Talon joins the list of essential battlefield tools. That's really good because when they combined quelling blade into Battle Fury, it really made it only good into like pretty much Battle Fury users, I feel. And it really made it like kind of like not as efficient on strength heroes, but this looks like it would be decent. While posing no threat to enemy heroes or the ancient beasts of the forest, the piercing blow of the town is feared by all lesser creatures and the occasional tree. That's nice. Okay, Captain's Mode Edition. No longer content to watch the clash from afar, three heroes enter the field of battle. Oracle, Terrorblade, and Earth Spirit now available in Captain's Mode. That's really cool. That's good. We're gonna see how Ebola Spirit does. Terrorblade, his illusions, or the one where he makes illusions of enemies, is pretty strong. Okay. New neutral camp locations. The creatures of the forest have expanded their territory. 2 neutral creep camps have been added to the map. 1 near the Radiant Secret Shop, 1 near the Dyers. With this added gold and experience in the balance, the battle for resources takes new shape. That's really good because, I don't know, it always sucked if you were like on Radiant and you couldn't stack the medium camp because maybe you had a dedicated jungler, someone cleared it. That's good. I'm glad there's more gold in the map for everyone. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, it seems the passives have been changed. Okay, let's see what's going on. It says, hero updates. As the tide of battle changes, a wise hero changes with it. Death Prophet, Faceless Void, Riki, Lone Druid, and Doom all have new abilities. Check the patch notes below for the full list of changes. Gameplay update 6.86 general. Okay, added arcane rune. Causes all spell cooldowns to be reduced by 30% and mana cost to be reduced by 50%. Lasts for 50 seconds. This is going to be so strong, like on people that bully in lane really hard. Wow. Like co-op, you're going to get like daggered so much. TA refraction. Like lower cooldown. I mean, Shadow Fiend raises, anything like that. It's really cool. Creep bounty increased by 1 gold per normal upgrade cycle. So it's like, I guess every 7 something minutes. Yeah, every 7 minutes. They're gonna get a little bit more gold. That's pretty cool. I like that. Siege damage against heroes increased from 75% to 85%. They hardly ever target heroes, but that's fine. That's something. Okay, hero base HP increased from 150 to 180. Hero base HP? Is it just everyone's, or don't really get that? Maybe I'm derping out on something. It says creeps now arrive slightly closer to the top Dire Tower and bottom Radiant Tower. Okay, so means the off lane a little bit harder, it goes closer to their tower. Okay, random draft hero pool increased from 24 to 50. Added random draft to ranked matchmaking. Random draft now uses the same picking mechanics as ranked all pick. Okay, cool. Centaur Courser now has a stacking magic resistance aura. 20% for units, 5% for heroes. Okay, Hellbear now has a stacking magic resistance aura. Okay, Dragonhide Aura's stackable armor increased from 2 to 3. Ancient Dragon's armor reduced by 1. So that's for, I guess you're doing Ancients. Ancient neutrals now behave like normal neutrals and split experience with all heroes in AoE. Wow, that's like a ancient nerf there. So if someone's invis or something, you're just gonna like take all your stuff. Also, if anyone's just like taking it away, or if like they're contesting but they're not like really like taking the kill, they don't have to. They can just stand there. You get the gold, but they get the experience. It says added a new ability to Ancient Black Dragon Fireball. Targets an area and hurls a fireball blast towards it, igniting the 300 AoE area for 10 seconds. Deals 85 damage per second. So 10 seconds, so 850. And then like 3/4 of that because of hero magic resistance. Ancient Thunderhide's Frenzy is now a unit targetable. Hill Troll Priest Mono Aura increased from 2 to 3. Satyr Banisher's Purge cooldown reduced from 5 to 3. Wow, the Purge. Satyr Tormentor's Unholy Aura HP increased from 4 to 6. Satyr Tormentor's Shock Distance increased 800 to 1200. Satyr Tormentor's Shockwave Speed reduced from 1050 to 900. Satyr Tormentor's Shockwave damage increased 125 to 160. Dark Troll Summoner and Hill Troll's attack range reduced from 500 to 400. Dark Troll Summoner's attack range increased by 6. Or attack damage, excuse me. Roshan's base armor increased by 1. Roshan's base attack time increased from 1.0 to 2.0. Roshan now has 100 plus attack speed. Alright, so it says he still attacks at the same rate but is affected less by negative attack speed. So I guess using Enchantress now is not gonna be good. Like Tuskar, Scotty, things like that. Even the MAME from SNY. Added a patrol command. You are now able to bring up the targeting cursor when silenced. Instead, get the error upon targeting rather than clicking the button. Oh well, I guess just back to patrol command. That's kind of cool because now it's like old Warcraft. You can set your little people to like move at a certain pace. I like that. That's cool. But it says you're now able to bring up the targeting cursor when silenced and schedule the error upon targeting rather than clicking the button. Single target with AoE effects now have a new targeting UI. Interesting. This is ranked all pick initial pre-picking time reduced from 15 to 5. Towers no longer have a very minor experience bonus. Previously it was 25 XP that split evenly in area. Okay, so you don't get any more of that. Simplified some minor damage and armor types. So remove the light attack type. Move the falling units to the standard attack type. Alright, so they just simplified all that shit. Okay, that's good stuff, I guess. Terrain. Added a new neutral hard camp for each team near the respective secret shops. Added a small ramp from the Radiant secret shop to the ward spot right above it. Okay. Moved the Radiant hard camp closer to the Dire offlane. Swapped the medium hard camp in Radiant jungle. Added a new pathway from Radiant mid to Radiant jungle. Wow. So many changes. I guess they're just trying to balance like the stacking of stuff, I suppose. Moved the bottom rune up a little bit. Radiant middle tier 1 has been moved back. Sorry, not reading through everything. Y'all can read at your own pace. But most of these are just like, I guess it's hard to like actualize or express what it actually is without seeing it. Like you can imagine it and the sentences describe what's happening, but I don't know until you actually see the new map. A lot more changes than I thought. Wow. But yeah, I assume some of it's trying to reduce like maybe some stacking advantages in the rune spots, and like the more pathways, this is going to be really interesting. I'm going to have to see how it is. On to the juicy stuff. This is the meat and potatoes. This is what it's all been for. All that other shit was just, you know, whatever. Heroes, Alchemist, Greevil's Greed, Bounty, Rune, Multiplier, rescrolled from 5 times to 3, 4, 5, 6 times. That's good. Fix Greevil's Greed, granting full gold during buyback, gold penalty phase. Bane, movement speed, not a spood, movement speed reduced from 315 to 310. I feel that's really fair, because they reduced all his, like, spells mana cost, so he really didn't need, like, Soul Ring or anything like that. So that's really good because he's just too mobile for having so much like CC with his ult up. Bat Rider, base HP regeneration increased from 0.25 to 2.0. Flame Break mana cost reduced from 140 to scaling 110, 120, 130, 140. That's good. So finally some bat buffs. He's needed it for a while. This is going to help him in the offlane slightly. I think the past few buffs also have been for Flame Break, so I guess they're just trying to like push that up. Beastmaster Wild Axes no longer has unit targeting. That's good. Kind of like a buff, I suppose. Call of the Wild cooldown rescaled from 40 to 42, 30, 34, 30. So now it has like lower scaling. Bloodseeker, Bloodright cooldown rescaled from 29, 26, 23, 20 to 30, 25, 20, 15. So they just made it like scaling down cooldown. That's good. Bounty Hunter, Janata movement attack speed reduction increased from 25% to 25, 27, 29, 31. Wow, I guess they're just buffing him slightly, trying to help him out. And also, I think usually people would like max Shuriken before, but now more incentive to put points in Janata. Brewmaster, Drunken Haze cooldown reduced from 8765. That's pretty good. Primal Splits Dispel magic damage summons increased from 20 to 500. That's pretty good against some summon units, so any kind of like I guess like if you were against Warlock or something like that, but I think there'd be better ways to deal with it. My dog's barking in the background, it's like distracted me, sorry. Primal Splits Dispel magic cooldown reduced from 6 to 4. Primal Splits when won't cooldown reduced. So just buffs to like Blue Panda. Okay, Bristleback. Added Scepter to Bristleback. Wow, let's see. Nasal Goo is no longer targeted. Instead it applies goo to all enemies around you in 600 AoE when casted. No way. Nasal Goo mana cost reduced from 30 to 25. Cool spray max damage increased from 400 to 450. That's actually pretty cool. That's hilarious. It has a huge, big ol' sneeze. Oh man, I gotta see that in game. That's hilarious. Broodmother. Spawn Spiderling damage reduced from 7550 to 25300 to 7140 to 10 to 80. That's actually, I'd say that's like a pretty significant. Is this for the spell? This isn't the spider's individual damage, rather. My bad. It's not that much. Okay, Centaur Warrunner. Return damage increased from 30, 42, 54, 66 to 30, 45, 60, 75. So it just scales bigger in the late game, which I don't think that'll really change that he's not played that much. But it is pretty, maybe it will. Maybe he'll have a bigger impact later instead of just like falling off. We'll see. Chaos Knight. Reality Rift bonus damage increased from 60, 80, 100, 120 to 60, 100, 140, 180. That's pretty big. It's pretty good. Chin. Base strength increased from 20 to 23. Penitence mana cost reduced from 100 to 70. Penitence duration increased from 5, 6, 7, 8 to 8. Wow. Those are gigantic chin buffs. This is like gonna be the chin patch. No joke. This is like with all those new neutral camps, you can like move around the map differently. All the new pathings that I see that they're opening up, that's going to be really big for a chin and like moving around. There might even be some like random crap where if you have like the new arcane rune or something, maybe you can like dominate creeps faster or some shit. I imagine there's like a lot of good stuff coming. Some minor clinks buffs. Agility growth increased from 3 to 3.3. That's decent. It's something. Clockwork. Strength growth increased from 2.7 to 2.9. That's also kind of like something like. So now it's interesting because maybe there's that one time that you killed Clockwork and you barely got away. Well, now with the 0.2 strength growth, maybe you would have died and he'd have lived. Power cogs now spawn in a circle rather than a rectangle. That's really interesting. That might actually be a bigger changer than anything else. That might be bigger than I think it is. Not sure. It depends if the circle is bigger than the square or if it's like shitty. We'll see. Crystal Maiden. Crystal Nova cooldown reduced from 13 to 12. Alright. Arcane Aura level 4 mono region increased from 2.55 ally self to 3.36. That's minor, but I mean it'll add up. Okie doke. Darkseer base intelligence reduced from 27 to 25. Ion Shell is now purgeable. Oh no. Oh no. They made him dumber and now Ion Shell is purgeable. He's going to be ripped apart by chin creeps or Hell, like Legion Commander might be. Well, it depends. Never mind. That was silly. I guess it depends on. I'm trying to think what are some early purges. Yeah, but that's kind of hurts. It's kind of huge. We'll see. If they can, like, I think the easiest, most accessible one is maybe if they get like some kind of like the satyr and they just use the purge again and again. I'm sure I'm not thinking of like a hero's ability that could just like purge like that. Let's see, Dazzle. Poison touch mana cost reduced from 100 to 70, so they're trying to increase his usage of poison touch over Shallow Grave, because Shallow Grave's been pretty, I wouldn't say abused, but it's been taken advantage of in the pro scene. They're definitely using it to its full capacity. Shallow Grave cast point increased from 3 to, or excuse me, 0.3 to 0.35, so a little slower to cast it. Shallow Grave mana cost increased from 140, 130, 120, 110 to 150 flat. That's pretty good. I feel that's a good nerf. Also, like, prevents people from wanting to like put so much investment into it early. It says weave no longer provides 800 flying vision. That's pretty huge. It's pretty huge. Now it provides ground vision for the AoE ability for 3 seconds. Well, it still gives some, but the hurting the vision, the utility of the spell. Oh well. Death Prophet, temporarily removed from Captain's Mode. This is the first character with like the new reworks on it, so that's going to be really interesting. Temporarily removed from Captain's Mode. So, due to hero redesigns, the following heroes have been removed from Captain's Mode for a short period. Death Prophet, Doom, Faceless Void, Lone Druid, Riki, and Winter Wyvern. I think it's pretty good that they're removing Winter Wyvern. Her ultimate seems a little bit bullshit. I feel that no one's banned it against EG really, or they pick it and they don't use it as well as like PPD does, and I think that's been like the real game decider, is that if EG gets Winter Wyvern or not, because PPD's always really on point with the ults. But back to this, base movement speed increased from 280 to 310, Crypt Swarm cooldown reduced from 8 to 8765, so I was given like scaling cooldown. Silence cooldown reduced from 15 to 15, 14, 13, 12, also given scaling cooldown. Exorcism spirit count increased from 8, 14, 21 to 8, 16, 24. Exorcisms, so they're pretty much making up for removing the passive, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Spirit Siphon, I didn't even fucking like read that, my bad guys. Spirit Siphon creates a spirit link between you and the target, draining 20 plus 1.8, 2.6, max HP per second, slowing movement speed by that. Spirit link breaks at 300 distance, lasts 4 seconds, cast range 500, has 45 second replenish, so it works on charges, like Riki stuff. Wow, that's really spooky. It's kind of reminds me of either Pugna's Drain or from League, that one guy, the Fiddlesticks guy. He kind of has that same shit where you just like sucks your drain your life. That's interesting. So pretty much all these like buffs are to make up for the passive going away. And now she has a new ability where she just drains and slows you. And that's gonna be real fucking annoying. I see it now. Temporarily move. Okay, replace level death, so you never longer get the mini bash and nuke that depends on your level. You get Infernal Blade. Let's see this shit. Okay, Infernal Blade, passive autocast attack ability, mini stuns for 0.3 seconds and applies a 4-second burn that deals 40 plus 1.25, 2.5, 3.75, 5% max HP as magic damage. So it's magic based and scales based off of your HP. So it's almost really they want you to get tanky, want you to get heart and stuff. That's interesting. Okay. Base attack time increased from 1.7 to 2.0. Wow, what a slow attack there. I think he's up there with like Barthrum and Treant. Scorched Earth damage heal reduced again from 12, 23, 34, 45, just 10, 20, 30, 40. And they movement speed 16 to 14%. Doom cooldown increased. Wow, Gave him a new thing and they just like took everything else away. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Yeah. I mean, I'm not like the biggest like Doom fan or player in the world, but see what happens. Maybe they're trying to take the less of him, like they're trying to recategorize him from being a walking ulti to maybe something that, like some kind of like tanky carry or something. Or maybe make him scale into that and not just have to like be about his ult. I think that's kind of more like his direction they're going with him. So Dragonite, Dragon Blood HP regen increased from 2345 to 36912. That's pretty good. I think he'll still. I think Dragonite wasn't necessarily in a bad spot. I mean, a little bit, but I also think it was just people weren't really playing him in the meta or trying to make him, because I think some of the CIS teams have had like, you know, some good matches with him. Elder Dragon form Frost OE increased from 250 to 300. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Same as the splash damage. That's good. They finally made it match. I didn't know it didn't. Ooh, Aghanim Scepter Drow Ranger. See, make sure we're recording. Okay. Marksmanship now causes her attacks to splinter on the target and split into 2 arrows, affecting 2 random units and a 375 radiance. The splittered arrows deal 50% damage each. Primary target still takes full damage. The split arrows act as normal attacks, carrying all attack modifiers. Wow, so I hate to keep on drawing like correlations between this and League, but this is kind of like an item in their game called what the fuck is that item called? Starts. I don't even know the name of the item, honestly. What is it? They have an item that like makes brain shears like turn into Medusa pretty much, with you get split damage. So she gets like a split shot. What the fuck is that item called? Runins, yeah, Runins. Runins Hurricane. That's the item's name. Anyways, that's good. That kind of like, that allows her to kind of change it up, because usually Drow was always like single target DPS, stay on a person, and you would get like, if there was like more than one target you had to take down, you were gonna get shit on because you weren't able to fight them. But there's splinter on the target and split into 2 areas affecting 2 random units, so it's random, so it doesn't necessarily mean it will hit heroes. Primary target. It's pretty good. I like that. And it just says 50% damage, so maybe you build her like some kind of stupid, I was just thinking something clowny, like Divine Rapier. You just kill the main guy and then you just like spray Divine Rapier damage on everyone. That's completely stupid. Okay, Earth Spirit. Enabled Earth Spirit in Captain's Mode. Intelligence growth reduced from 2.4 to 2.1, so he's got a little dumber. Voltage Smash stun AoE reduced from 200 to 210, so now you gotta have those super sharp skills, like 40 range reduced. Geomagnetic Grip can now only pull allied heroes when used with Scepter, when using Scepter. That's good. That's a fucking, that's honestly the most important nerf. 100%. Everything else probably could have stayed. But yeah, the Geomagnetic Grip, it's too good. I mean, Scepter is gonna be great on him, obviously, now that you can do that, but I mean, he's still fucking good. I think. Like, his silence is still forever, and like the stuns and shit. The people that play him will keep on playing him. They'll just like, the bullshit will only show up once he gets Geomagnetic, or once he gets Aghanims. Then you'll see the bullshit arise. Elder Titan, Earth Splitter damage rescaled from 35% to 30, 40, 50%. Earth Splitter mana cost rescaled from 175 to 125, 175, 225. Earth Splitter's physical damage component is no longer reduced by damage block. That's pretty good. Making it scaling, that's good. Like, That's I mean, I don't know if that's like that'll make him see play. Hmm. At least it makes his ultimate like more relevant. Hmm. I mean, it looks like such a badass spell when you use it. You know, the earth cracking and everything, and the big boom. You would think that it would do more than it does. So we'll see. Okay, fire remnants no longer give vision. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good nerf. That's a fair nerf if there was ever, you know. Enchant cooldown reduced 30 25 2015 to 30 24 18 12. Once again, new routes with the jungle, a lot more camps and stuff. Take advantage of shit. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, Enigma, the Eidolon movement speed increased from 250, 250, 260, 260 to 260, 280, 300, 320. I think that's really good because honestly, that seems one of the weakest, I guess, understated weaknesses of the character is your Eidolons would pretty much only be used for like killing jungle creeps and then pushing on the tower if like they weren't defending like aggressively. But the moment that they did anything, your Eidolons were just so slow, they just got like snuffed out. So this Malphus damage increased from 25 40 55 70 to 30 50 70 90. That seems like maybe a bit. Oh my goodness, this okay. I looked ahead a little bit and I saw the black hole cooldown reduced. Oh man. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's only like 10 seconds, only 20 seconds, only 20 seconds on one of like the most like amazing spells in the game. I don't know, it's a little scary. I don't know about that. I think these are two. I know Puppy must be going Papan must be going ape shit. He must be very happy. Old Papan having a good old time. All his favorite heroes getting them good old buffs. About to see a 9k Puppy soon. Faceless Void, temporarily moved from Captain's mode. Replaced Backtrack with a new ability, Time Dilation. Okay, so Backtrack. I like the ability. I don't hate it, but I do like when I'm playing. I love it. You know, when you're playing against it and you have MKB, you have everything, but it still doesn't stop Backtrack. You kind of hate life. So we'll see what this Time Dilation is. Let's see. Okay, Time Dilation. Applies a debuff to all nearby enemies, 650 AoE for 6, 7, 8, 9 seconds. Causes time to be frozen on all enemies, causes their cooldowns to make no progress while they have this debuff. Slows movement speed and attack speed by 4, 6, 8, 10% for each locked ability. Okay, so if you catch a bunch of abilities that just got used, and then use the time dilation, they can't use their abilities. Wow. I wonder, is it... Okay, I guess it's just abilities, not necessarily item cooldowns. And, okay, and it scales... Or I don't think this is scaling, but it's just for, like, each locked ability that you catch. What scales is the duration, the cooldown, the mana cost. That's going to be really interesting. Kind of makes Void have, like, kind of like a counter-initiation type of feel to him. Now, and then, like, nerfs to Time Walk. Says Time Walk no longer slows units. Wow, Time Walk... Now, they're putting, I guess they're replacing Backtrack stuff or putting it on Time Walk. Time Walk no longer slows units. Time Walk now undoes any damage taken in the last 2 seconds. Time Walk cooldown rescaled from 19, 17, 15, 13 to 24, 18, 12, 6. That's really interesting. I keep saying that I think a lot. I'm going to watch this and just see nothing but that's really interesting. All of that. But wow, okay, so... Any damage taken in the last 2 seconds. So if you just get hit by the biggest crit of your life, you better like time walk immediately. But now it's like so fast you can use like anti-mage blink maybe. And it says time walk mana cost reduced from 90 to 40. Yeah, you're gonna be able to zoom around. Oh, it says range reduced. JK. It's 709. I'm sure you can still move around pretty quickly with that. We'll see. We'll see. Pretty interesting change. I guess we call it a change. Maybe if you love Backtrack, it's a nerf in your eyes. Maybe if you think it's bullshit, you know, it's a deserving nerf or whatever. But Time lock cast point reduced from 0.35 to 0.2. I think you could still farm pretty fast. I don't know what anti-mage's blink is. I think it's like 1100, or maybe it is as far as that, but you can still get around pretty quickly. See, Gyrocopter cooldown's first missile damage reduced from 250, 300, 350 to 220, 285, 350. That's pretty fair nerf. If anything, I thought they'd increase the cooldown on a little by a little bit at least, but oh well. Okay. Okay, it says now we got okay. Berserker's blood bonuses are provided linearly from full until 10% HP, better than the stepwise at 7% increments. Okay. So you can burst them down like 10% a little faster, I guess. I think. Maybe I'm misunderstanding that. Berserker's blood max magic resistance reduced from 42, 56, 70%, 84% to 20, 30, 40, 50%. Wow, okay. That's pretty ridiculous. But if you ever played against the last pick Huskar or anything like that, I know ever like pros bitch battle all the time, RTC. But it's I think it's fair. I think it's fair because like if you've ever tried to play against it and your lineup like was not prepared for it, you could literally do nothing against 84%. And then if they get a BKB on top of it after like armlet and other stuff, you're so screwed. So fair, I feel. Fuck Huskar. Invoker says Invoker now starts with Invoke level 1 at the beginning of the game. It's pretty nice. Wow, and I'll make another disgusting league comparison that there's some like champs in the game that start with their ultimate at level 1, so that's funny. Invoke now has the standard 6, 11, 16 leveling. Level 25 Invoker, since he's now missing an ability level, has an attribute bonus ability that grants 6 all stats. These Invoker buffs, they're doing desperately trying to give Invoker, get him into the game, give him anything he needs. Base damage increased by 7. Wowee, if I didn't not like Jakiro already as like a TA player, someone that, well, I don't say I'm a TA player, but I'm someone who enjoys TA, so that's not good. His harass is gonna be pretty solid. Let's see what bonuses and buffs they gave to Coddle over here. Truck of Magic cooldown reduction increased from 2, 3, 4, 5 to 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so they're increasing how much, like, I guess CDR, how much cooldown reduction you get from Chakra Magic. A little minor buff, might be huge, might be game winning, you know. I don't know. Wonder what happens if like you do a meld strike, since it has like a 6-second cooldown, and then you get Chakra Magic immediately. You just get like double meld, just like a pow pow, something like that. Or what if you're already melded and you've let it come off cooldown, and so you hit him with that one, and then you hit him with another meld, and then you cast Chakra Magic, and then you hit him again, the triple meld. That's the dream. Maybe I might be talking out my ass, I don't know. Chakra Magic buff duration increased from 12 to 15. That's kind of cool. That's more significant than that, I feel. Chakra Magic now restores and increases mana capacity by 75, 150, 225, 300. Restores. Wow, so it could like give you some like mana in reserves, some more mana in the tank. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nuts if you ask me on some people, I imagine. So he's like a traveling soul ring in a way with no health missing. Okay, Kunkka added some scepter damage. Let's see what the old boat does now. Okay. Ghost ship now drags enemies within a 200 AoE of it towards the crash site. Oh my god. It now starts from where you are rather than behind you. Lands in the same position it normally would have. Enemies are still able to perform actions while being pulled by the ghost ship. That's interesting. I don't know. I said nursing again. God damn it. That seems good though. Torrent now gives your team vision over target area immediately upon cast rather than just when triggering. Wow, so it's not just when you're triggered, but always. Ugh. More reasons. I don't know. I just never liked Kunkka. And now there's like several more reasons to not like Kunkka. But that's just my biased opinions. It says Tidebringer is now an autocast ability. Will only trigger if turned on or cast directly on the target. Wow, I was thinking about that to myself. I was saying, like, I was playing against, like, a Kunkka, and I was thinking, man, if, like, they made it where you could, like turn it on or off, Kunkka's gonna be really good, because you won't push the wave, or, like, in situations where you didn't want to, or you could, like, wait, like, I don't know, I think that was, like, a real good thing. Tidebringer damage bonus increased from 20, 35, 50, 65 to 25, 40, 55, 70. Lordy, Tidebringer, AoE from rescaled from 500, 500, 500, 600 to 400, 500, 500, 650. Jesus. Ghost ship monocross reduced from 150, 200, 200, 250 to 155, 175 to 25. Wow, I think. Wow, I don't know. Maybe I'm overseeing it, thinking like, oh, this is gonna be real good, but I don't know, I think that's the biggest change. The Ags is kind of like silly, maybe like a support Kunkka thing, but I don't see like you already need so many items as Kunkka to really do shit. I feel that this is the biggest kind of buff. Also this is nice too. Like, it's gonna suck playing against him, the little bit of extra range he has. But I think you might see Kunkka back in certain situations now. Maybe. Legion Commander. Moment of Courage cooldown reduced from 2.7, 2.1, 1.5, 2.9 to 2.6, 2.0, 1.4, 0.8. So the moment when you get to like attack him is reduced very, very slightly. We'll see. It's gonna increase like her overall DPS, but I don't know how much. So Legion Commander Scepter now makes you and your target immune to all damage unless the source is between the duel participants. Holy fucking shit, that's unreal. Cause like the duel already lasts for like until one or the other dies. This is badass. This is the fucking woo. I love LC, and so this is really fucking cool. I like that. It's gonna be so fucking good. It says Legion Commander's Scepter duration is now. Oh no, they changed the Scepter duration. Fuck. 4.7, 5.5, 6.25. Yeah, I will say the last Scepter change that they did, it was like too stupid. Like a duel that goes on forever. It's kind of neat, but kind of stupid because I don't know. By the time you would get any items and Scepter or just getting Scepter, someone's gonna be able to TP in and like the duel's gonna be going and they're just gonna like destroy you. I don't know, it's stupid. This is actually a very fucking cool Scepter. This is actually like, I think like Blink Scepter could be a legit build since you and your target immune to all damage unless the source is between the duel participants. That's cool. That is actually really cool. Yeah, Blink Scepter. That's the fucking build now. That's the build, guys. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. But to be able to jump in and to have free reign on killing someone. But I am jumping ahead of myself a little bit. You and your target immune to all damage. Because, I mean, you can still save people. You can still shallow grave them, disrupt them, do it. You can probably still stun them, too. That's another thing I'm not really looking at, is that you can still be stunned. Okay, I jumped to conclusions. But it's still really good, better than what it was, because honestly, even though you have like duels that last forever and that's all funny and stupid, really fucking worthless. So this is way better. This is kind of like a mini Winter Wyvern ult in a kind of way, in that like you close off the fight between you two, at least for a little bit. It makes it better for initiating instead of just like getting destroyed. I think that's really good. I think that's good. I'm gonna get off it and go to on to Lifestealer. It says rage attack speed bonus increased from 30, 45, 60, 80 to 50, 60, 70, 80. That's pretty good to start out with like 20 extra damage, or excuse me, 20 extra attack speed. That's really good. Beast damage lifesteal increased from 4.567% to 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5. So it added like a little 0.5. That's still gigantic against stuff that has a lot of HP. It's pretty good. Infest cooldown reduced from 100 to 175.50. Wow, more infest bombs all the time. I would have thought they already had reduced that since they buffed it and gave it so much like extra crap that you can do with it. See, line Earthspike mana cost reduced from 100, 120, 145, 170 to 100, 120, 140, 160. So they just kind of made it evenly scale out. Earthspike duration increased by, see, 1.02, 1.52, 1.2. Wow, it's slightly longer. That's a little aggravating, but then I guess those times were like weird, like why 1.02, but I guess. Also, they want line to see play, I suppose, so. Mana drain reduced cooldown from 2015 10.5 to 16 12 8.4. That gives you more options as far as like zoning, because now, like, I mean, as offlaners get in your face and try to get all the EXP they can and gold and whatnot, having another means of like zoning them faster is gonna be good. Also, I guess it's like some people like abstain from even getting any mana drain levels, and they're just like Hex and Earthspike and stuff, and at least this kind of puts, I don't know, a little bit of buff if you like to skill mana drain. I do. Okay, Lone Druid, let's see. This is interesting. We'll see what happens to him. Okay, temporarily moved from Captain's mode, obviously just like DP and Faceless Void. Replaced synergy with the new ability for Lone Druid, Savage Roar. Okay, so show details. Causes enemies in a 325 area around you or your bear to run away with 20% movement speed bonus for 1.62 2 points towards their fountain. Alrighty, I have a little bit of qualms with this. Is that like, that seems really fucking broken. One, it's like, I think, once again, another League reference, there's a guy named Tryndamere in there. I want to say he has the ability like that. It makes you run away from him or something. Or if you're like, your back's turned or some shit, you like run away like a bitch. And then towards their fountain, there's a new ability in the game that makes shit like where they hit you, go towards their fountain. I don't know. I'm not the biggest Lone Druid fan. I don't really like playing against him that much because I'm a god at getting entangled, at first hit entangles and shit like that. Let's see, cooldown 28, 24, 20, 16. So the cooldown's not ridiculous. It's actually, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure with some of the CDR shit or something, it could be like pretty stupid. I'll be able to move. I don't know. I don't know if I like this kind of like anti-taunt kind of ability where you're feared. Like I don't know if I like the fear abilities. Spear Bearer attack damage increased from 33 to 35, 45, 55, 65. Spear Bearer movement increased from 320, 320, 330, 340 to 320, 330, 340, 350. Rapid duration increased from 10, 18, 22, 26, 30. Rapid movement speed increased from 5, 10, 15, 20%. They're pretty much adding what you lost from synergy to the other stats, as they did with kind of Void and DP a little bit. True form health bonus increased from 250, 400, 600 to 300, 600, 900. Wow, it's actually a lot if you're in true form and you have your you have some armor. I think that's some pretty good EHP there, boy. Okay, Luna. Turn rate increased from 0.4 to 0.6. Eclipse Scepter Beam interval reduced from 0.6 to 0.3. Turn rate. I want to say that she can turn faster now. I want to say that's how that works. Because I think the closer you get to 1.0 is like having no turn rate. You're just as fast as you can be. No one builds Scepter on her except for like goofy times. You know, if you're legit playing a Luna, you wouldn't do that. I don't think, unless you're playing some jackass like Luna mid Scepter shit, and then maybe. But I don't know. Okay, Lycan Wolves and Shapeshift no longer grant critical strike. Well, geez. Lycan Wolves now gain Cripple at level 2, granting a 20% chance to cripple a target, causing it to take 8 damage per second and lose 40 attack speed for 4 seconds. Wowee, that's better than the little critical strikes, I feel. I feel things that hurt attack speed are so, like, underestimated, or I guess people don't, I don't know, they don't think they're as, like, strong as they are, but if they're pretty ridiculous. Like, play anyone that needs to right click and you, I guess, now get crippled and maimed and, you know, like Tusk fucking little snowflake, and you're just like, you're hating life. Shapeshift now grants all units under your control a 40% chance for 1.4, 1.6, 1.8 critical strike. Okay, so you as a Lycan, I guess, do not get critical strike, which or are you included under Shapeshift? I don't think you are. Yeah. I think just your little units, but that's actually really good. I guess Necrobic is stronger with Lycan now, since your little minions can crit. What else is good? I would say like something stupid like Dominator, but I don't think so. I mean, I guess maybe now you can get Daedalus for yourself if you wanted more damage or something like that, but I don't think that's still really good. I think maybe like S and Y, like on Lycan, like I guess you already go like super duper fast, so that kind of part's wasted. But if you're just like a maiming kind of build, you just like cripple them, make them so, or maybe like Scotty Basher or something, Scotty Abyssal, and like what is it, like Vlad's Necro, Scotty Abyssal, or in some order like that. You just have your units beat the crap out of the person. This is also gonna, I guess, gonna help him for Roshan, since they've, well, no, it actually does suck against Roshan, because now that they made it where he's less prone to like attack speed losses, but maybe it'll still help. I don't know. It changes his Roshan stuff up a little bit. Every guide ever on Lycan now is like worthless. Let's see, Magnus. Ooh. Magnus the Magnetvall. He got him a scepter. Let's see. Okay. Changes in power to be an allied hero aura. Affects ranged heroes for half values and causes them to deal splash damage around the target in an AoE. Holy shit. Can still be cast on units but does not stack. Okay. That's actually really good. This could have some kind of like stupid G strat with like a Medusa or something. I see maybe some creative stuff, like just splashing and other crap. Skewer distance increased from 750, 900, 1050, 1200 to 900, 1000, 1100, 1200. That's pretty good. I think I want to say that it could be worth it in like a situational pick with certain ranged lineups. Hell, maybe with like if you had a Luna and you got it, it would do some like weird shit. Like with the splashes, it would just like melt everything on like each little hit. I don't know how it works. That's interesting. Anyways, the skewer distance increased by like same late, but the other levels increase. That's good. Skewer slow reduced from 40% to 25, 30, 45, 40%. So skewer, I guess, like if you like cheesing, like slamming someone into a tower, you'll take them back further, but their slowed is less. So it kind of equals out. I guess you can still cheese them. Yeah, you can, because slow duration is increased from 2.5 to 2.7. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Says Mystic Snake no longer increases the mana steal per jump. Mystic Snake mana steal is now 11, 14, 7%, 20% of total mana. Wow, so you just like yank all their mana. Pretty good. Says double damage no longer affects all meepo units. That's a big nerf. Sorry. Big Daddy No Tail and who else? What's the Weehaw? My bad, bros. Okay, Moron attack range increased from 600 to 630. Starstorm radius increased from 625 to 650. Sacred Arrow now instantly kills the first unit it hits if it is a non-ancient creep. Well, I guess so. When you have that idiot Mirana mid that just like doesn't like land any of the arrows on like your opponent, you know, she'll also take CS from you. That's great. Good stuff. Fucking Mirana. Morphling. Adaptive strike base damage increased from 50, 60, 70, 80 to 100. Adaptive strike mana cost reduced from 100 to 190, 80, 70. Morph rate increased from 24610 per second to 24816. Morph now shifts in intervals of 1 rather than 2, so it shifts faster. Just smoothness? Okay, maybe I'm insane. This change doesn't affect rate of change. Well, I think it's just talking about this one. I still think it morphs faster because of the rate of change above it. Hybrid cooldown reduced from 140 to 120. Pretty good changes. That's pretty nice on adaptive strike there. Leveling adaptive strike maybe over waveform? I don't know. Waveform's pretty good. Actually, you wouldn't even, yeah, obviously you'd still get waveform because adaptive strike is just a base 100. The only thing you're getting is mana cost reduction. Yeah, never mind. I'm insane. I don't play Morphling a lot. I really don't care for him too much. I think he's a niche pick, and I think he has too many counters. Naga Siren. Base intelligence increased from 18 to plus 1.9 to 21 plus 2. Holy bejesus, the Naga genius. Okay, that's decent. That's something. I like Naga. I'm a Naga scumbag, so any nerfs to Naga is good to me. Nature's Prophet. Base intelligence increased by 4. That's pretty decent. Treant damage increased from 28 to 32. That's good. Oh wow. A little with the greater treants. I guess if he has Aghanims, that's something. The rat is strong. Necrophist base armor increased by 1. That's decent. That's you know, the game's broken now because he's base armor increased by 1. And that's actually good because he is a bit on the squishy side for being some kind of like tank healer mid junk. But I still I don't know. This guy's, if you thought Doom was kind of like a cheesy spell, like getting hit by Reaper Scythe late game or something, like even mid game can be extremely cheesy. Especially with all these like CDR items coming out, like what the fuck? I don't know. He could be nasty. This could be you know, consequences, you know, untold proportions. Who knows? I might not be able to kill him mid now. I might be like I nearly kill him and then I die and it's all the 1 armor. Damn you, Ice Fraud. Okay, Night Stalker. Void slow at night reduced from 4 to 2.53, 3.54 seconds. Honestly, I like that. I mean, people still level that shit, so it's a nerf, but I guess slightly. Nyx impel duration increased from 1.27, 1.77, 2.27, 2.77 to 1.6 to 2.4, 2. Wow. So I think that where's the highest increase? It increases by the math. Level 2, I think level 2 is like the biggest difference. Like, is it? Or am I crazy? I think I'm crazy. I know, level 3? I'm having such problems with decimals. No, I'm an idiot. Never mind. Okay, American Public School. Spike Carapace cooldown reduced from 23-20, 17-14 to 22-18, 14-10. Wow, that's pretty good late game, I suppose. Like, it'll be lower. The increase, I see they're increasing all these fucking impales, like lions and Nyxes. I guess, like, Nyx isn't that hard to hit, and I mean, I've seen some annoying shit where people get like Octarine and Aghanim Scepter, and it's like all their stuff has ridiculous range and ridiculous like cooldowns. So I don't know. I hate stuns, you know, I hate being stunned. So, you know, anything that stuns me is like TA or something, or when I'm going in, you know, I gotta watch out for. Okay, Ogre Magi base health regen increased from 2.5 to 3.5. Wow. So the Ogre is back. So Oracle, he's enabled in Captain's mode with some buffs. So let's see. Fate's Edict's cooldown rescaled from 12 to 16, 13, 10, 7. I think that's the purge. See, he's not even played. I barely know what he does. Rescaled from 3, 4, 5, 6. Fate's Edict caster in your children 700 to 5, 6, 700. Fortune's End mana cost reduced from 130 to 110. Fortune's End can now targets. Oh wow, so you can like save your allies with. Okay, so Fortune's End's the purge. Wow, okay. And Fate's Edict, is that the thing that heals? Maybe. False Promise no longer continually dispels after the initial cast. Okay, so False Promise's ultimate now only like dispel once, and then I guess you have to like spam Fortunes and like help them out. Got some good cooling going from like 6, 7, 8 to 7, 8, 9. Like I'm not reading through it as much because I've never played Oracle. Like, I think I played him like twice when he came out, and then I was like, oh, that's cool. 80, 60, 40 on the cooldown to 90, 60, 30. False Promise mana cost reduced from 200 to 100. That's pretty big. It's pretty good. So his cooldowns, like the durations are reduced, but he got a lot of like cooldown like changes, or at least like for in the long run. Outworld Devourer. So reworked how Astral Imprisonment works. Let's see this. Okay. Astral Imprisonment now deals damage to enemies in an area around the target when it ends. The target itself will also take damage if it is an enemy. Deals 75, 150, 225, and 300 magic damage. Effects are 400. No longer steals intelligence. Now it can be targeted on creeps. Oh man. People are gonna fuck that up really hard, I imagine. So Astral Imprisonment cooldown rescale from 18, 16, 14, 12 to 20, 17, 14, 11. That's obnoxious. I mean, not really. It was already obnoxious, but it's at least early. It'll be a little bit longer. Okay, Astral Imprisonment cast range rescale from 500 to 450, 500, 550, 600. Okay, that is a little annoying. That it's the last levels of it are going to be stupid. Astral Imprisonment duration increased from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 4. Oh wow, that's gonna be really annoying for like trying to last hit and they bop you with it. Essence Aura AoE reduced from 1000 to the standard 900 aura radius. Arcane Orb now steals 0, 1, 2, 3 intelligence per hit for 40 seconds. So every time you bop somebody, you get their int for 40 seconds. Wow, this is interesting. Yeah, they would. I imagine they would have had to do like a complete rework of stuff because the way he worked was just. I mean, as like I've heard Arteezy talk about, he's probably the main Outworld Devourer proponent. You know, like the way he works or used to work is just he either crushes or he gets crushed. Now I don't know. It's up in the air. Maybe if you're lucky in Essence or like does not proc at all, they're just SOL. We'll see. We'll see. Phantom Assassin base intelligence increased from 13 plus 1 to 15 plus 1.4. So slightly smarter. No longer has scar levels of dumb. That's good. And well, at least they didn't touch or mess anything up. So Sunray turn rate increased from 20 to 25. Supernova damage per second increased 60 to 100, 60, 90, 120. Wow, that's really good late game, that damage there. I guess that also helps with like just scaling stuff. I mean, Supernova already did work, but... And I felt most of the people in the pro levels that played Phoenix just played her or it or whatever. They played Phoenix really poorly. Like, they wouldn't hit with spirits before they like dove in and did Supernova. So there was no attack reduction, like no attack speed reduction. And they would just like pop Phoenix instantly. And I'd be like, wow, you know, didn't see that coming. That would be something I would see in my pubs where I just like lose my mind. Like, what did my Phoenix just do? But anyways, Puck. Illusory Orb mana cost reduced from 150 to 80, 100, 120, 140. That's pretty nice. Illusory Bob cooldown increased from 11, 14, 13, 12, 11. Waning Rift cooldown reduced from 16 to 16, 15, 14, 13. Waning Rift no longer only silences heroes. Okay, so it silences everything. That makes her Puck, makes him a little bit stronger against chin creeps and stuff. Makes him a lot stronger actually. The orb, I don't know, that's pretty good. Maybe the new item will help it out, but we'll see. Pudge, reworked Scepter on Pudge. So before it used to just add damage from like your strength, like I think your flesh stacks, whatever, and it also added the damage to like the scepter, but we'll see. Okay, what it does now. Okay, it reduces cooldown of meat hook to 4 seconds and increases damage from 360 to 475. No longer grants previous scepter bonuses. Okay, so it's completely scrapped. It no longer makes your damage scale and gives you like a heal or anything. Okay, so it says dismember. Okay, so the heal is now dismember damage from 75 to 69. Okay, so they pretty much took all the scepter buffs and they put them on just dismember, and it now heals you, whatever, for all that stuff. And it gives you meat hook 4 seconds. That's pretty fucking unreal. Like, I imagine like coddle cooldown with Ag's Pudge. And I mean, there's still those other CDR items in the game, like the new ones, and Octarine Core. I think they'd be silly on Pudge, but still, like, that's pretty huge. I think Pudge might actually maybe see some play in a game. I think that's strong. I don't know. He'll see more play maybe in pubs for sure, but not pros. I don't know. I think I'm overstepping, like thinking the pros will be like, wow, it's fucking good. No. Still has the same issues. But in pubs I think he's more viable for sure. It's pretty strong. At least now without having, I mean, the biggest change is not necessarily the Ags. The Ags is cool and all, but the change is the fact that they added the Ags bonuses, the old ones, to his dismember, his ultimate. Like, that's just huge. That's a gigantic buff to him. So you no longer have to build the Ags, which was like just fucking big waste of time. I think that makes him a lot better. Decrepify no longer slows allies. That's huge. That's really good, because I've been killed several times. And when I used to, like, when I first started playing, I would die from like Pugnas. Like I help, and then I die, and then I'm like, fuck. Okay, Scream of Pain damage reduced from 85, 165, 225, 300 to 75, 150, 225, 300. What the fuck? That's pretty interesting. It's a pretty big nerf. Like, now she does like what Shadow Fiend does, like the first. Actually, like all of her damage is pretty much Shadow Fiend. Cause yeah, it goes by 75. I think it's actually less than, well, I mean it's less. Well, it scales to be the same by 3 and 4, but I guess in lane, if you're like, I'm just gonna Wampa Stomp, you know, you lose a little bit of damage. Sonic Wave travel speed reduced from 1100. Wow, that's these unwarranted Queen of Pain nerfs. I just don't understand. That's interesting. I'll have to remember this shit. This also hurt. Well, I guess it doesn't. If you were gonna like put 2 points in dagger, you'd still be the same damage you would if you didn't. Okay, Riki. Maybe some cries from like League players is like, Quap's too strong. She's mobile with free flash and her ultimate, no counterplay. Whatever. Okay. Riki, temporarily moved from captain's mode. Reworked permanent invisibility to include backstab. For fuck's sake. Okay. Riki grants 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1.0 damage when attacking from behind. Invisibility fade time 6543 seconds. No longer grants HP regen. That's kind of whatever, because I mean, if Riki's being played, I suppose as he should be, maybe as like a carry or whatever. Like, who gives a shit about HP regen if you're safe laning him? Pretty big fade time. But honestly, I don't remember what the other one, because I never played Riki. Blinkstrack back to basic ability without changes. Wow. Okay, so you still have your little charges and shit. That's actually really annoying though, that Blink Strike is the basic ability now when it was like an ultimate. Oh, never mind. Back to without charges. Never mind. Okay, so we've abandoned the league ways with Riki, and we're back to the good old the good old days. That is good, because it was really fucking annoying if you were playing against Riki and you just like spammed all his fucking charges out, and like you'd live any other way, you know, any other time. But Riki's like fucking just like blows like 4 charges and just like kills your ass. Thanks for that. Okay, add a new ultimate for Riki. Tricks of the trade. Riki phases out of the world for up to 3, 4, 5 seconds, attacking every enemy from behind in a 450 area around him. He attacks once when phased out, and then once per second while being phased out. Is this a joke? What the fuck is this? What? What is... Haha, got me. No, what is this? No, what? Riki phases out of the world for up to 3, 4, 5 seconds, attacking every enemy from behind in a 450. Okay, in a 450 area. Okay, gotcha. I thought he was like Spectre for a second. I'm a little bit slow today, bros. 450. Okay, 450 area around him. That's pretty decent. Attacks once, 150. So he turns into Puck for a second, you know, just disappears, just jaunts, and then is like a mini Spectre and attacks everyone and they can't hit him. Or you could say maybe he pulls the PL and disappears and then attacks him. Kind of a hefty-ish cooldown, but... Wow, and his strength growth was gimped 2.0 to 1.6. Agility growth reduced. But that's pretty good since they're giving like combining his shit and giving him more stuff and like a free damage that I guess you can't dodge. I mean, maybe Refraction will stop it, but I don't think if you're in the 450 area and like you just get hit by it, I don't think you can go invis and dodge it or something like that. Maybe you can smoke. Maybe if you smoke or something. I don't know. Base armor reduced by 1. Wow, they just made him like the ultimate squishy. Smoke screen no longer slows turn rates. Thank God. Fuck that spell. That's honestly one of this. It already does like I think attack speed slow and like mischance, everything fucking else. Like, for the love of God. Okay, Fade Bolt damage reduction increased from 14, 20, 26, 32 to 20, 25, 30, 35. This helps Rubik's early game. Like, kind of a little bit. It adds like increases his utility because like having Rubik's in low level games, like this will help if they just nuke the guy, but usually Rubik's just fucking feed, so I don't know, maybe it'll make him a little bit better early. Them early trades and whatnot. Sand King, base strength increased from 18 to 21. Wow. Okay, oh, it reworked Scepter on Sand King, so it's no longer just a shit more damage on his stuff. Okay. Double Burrow Strike cast range and applies Caustic Finale Poison to heroes. Interest. Okay, so doubles Burrow Strike's cast range to like a fucking country mile. And now applies Caustic Finale to heroes, so when they die, I guess they just fucking explode. Interesting. I don't know if that's good or not. And then the Caustic Finale buff. I keep saying finale. I guess it's finale. My bad. Whatever. I'll look it up later and correct my ways, my heathen ways. Okay, that's minor synergy between that. Okay, disruption illusions duration from 5, 6, 7, 8 to 6, 8, 10, 12 seconds. Okay, so it increases the duration of the two illusions he makes. That's pretty good. That's kind of cool. Makes him, I guess, adds some scaling to it since it increases. Base armor reduced by 1. God damn it. Oh no, and a mono Shadow Rays mana increase. God damn it. God damn it. Before like Shadow Rays mana cost, it went evenly with the damage. I guess it's still static 90. Or yeah, static 90. And then the damage goes by 75s. Fuck. Base armor reduction. Man, that means that Aquila has just become core. Aquila has just become core on old Shadow Friend. No joke. Fuck. Okay. Requiem of Soul Waves now return back to Shadow Fiend, dealing 40% damage on the way back. All the damage that Requiem does to heroes on the way back heals you. Whoa, that's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. That's cool. I don't know if that's viable, but that's cool. Maybe instead of I don't even want to fucking like think about like how you would like fit that into a build really, but man. Now you really like, I don't know, can you even afford mech now? Like, I mean that's only like 15 mana, but that's still something. Because it'll be like to do like a 3 combo requires 45 more mana now. I don't know. That's pretty. I think that's the biggest deal is the base armor reduction. Now you're gonna get shit on by Templar assassins if you ever get meld struck. You're fucked. Damn. Okay, Shadow Shaman. Shackle's total damage increased from 120, 180, 240, 300 to 122, 100, 280, 360. That's pretty good. It's pretty good on the last little bit. I guess that's fair because I mean it takes too long to get there. Honestly, or it takes too long. Like to do full damage, like it never lasts full duration. But actually I don't think it even fucking matters on the duration. You just get stunned anyways. Or like it's stunned, like I'm so fucking retarded right now. Shackles, I think it would automatically do the damage anyways. Okay. Well, this will make him, I guess, scale later. But they're gonna be they're gonna be even throughout the game, which will make them scale later. Shadow Reed. I'm still upset over this. Okay, replace Curse of the Silent with a new ability, Arcane Curse. says Glaives of Wisdom is no longer a unique attack modifier. That means that you can get Desolator and you can get all that good stuff. And I don't like, it's so funny, they've removed all the shit that is like, I guess, like unique attack modifiers over like the years. So now like there's very few things that are attack modifiers anymore. So it's hard to remember what fucking is an attack modifier and what isn't. But let's read up on what Arcane Curse does. Okay, targets an area, causes enemies to take damage over time. Anytime they cast a spell, the duration of the debuff is increased. If an enemy affected by this debuff is silenced, the debuff will pause. No damage and no time elapses. Wow. 1420. Wow, so is like Jesus Christ, he's, I don't know, it's like skimming over this, my mind's kind of gone to mush, but just skimming over this, it seems like super duper strong. Like, seems really fucking annoying. Seems like the most annoying thing ever. Seems like you have to like not do shit for 7 seconds or it's just gonna be reapplied. Jesus. If Silencer wasn't fucking annoying enough. Concussive shot, mana cost reduced from 110 to 95. Slardar, amplified damage now only reveals the target rather than the area around it. I knew they would give it the bounty hunter treatment, and I'm glad they did, because fuck that. Storm Spirit, electric vortex, mana cost reduced from 110, 110, 120, 130 to 85. Well, fuck the electric Mexican. I really don't like him. Never liked him. Okay. Spin. Base damage increased by 4. Wow, spin just getting stronger and stronger. Odd strength, scepter, or bonus damage increased from 57 100% to 75 100 125%. That's actually pretty good, I think. That's pretty good buff. But still, you know, it's scepter on spin. I don't know. Templar Assassin refraction is now always visible. God damn it. This is... Woo! Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. That's a nerf though. Pretty big nerf. I guess the only people you're beating if they're unaware is if they're just like derpy. So it's not even worth like beating them. Like if you're too stupid to know what refraction up looks like and what refraction down looks like. But it's still a nerf. Where's my buffs? Man. She doesn't need buffs. Okay, Terrorblade enabled. Whoop-de-doo. Welcome to hell. Okay, Tide Scepter. Let's see what happens. Causes Gush to become a grounded target wave ability that travels for 1800 range. What? AoE 240 projectile speed, 1500 cooldown 7 seconds. These Aghanims upgrades that affect like other spells are kind of funny. Anchor Smash cast time reduced from 0.5 to 0.4. Ravage stun duration rescaled from 2.02, 2.3.2 to 2.4. So it's like slightly weaker in the beginning and then stronger slightly later. I guess they're just trying to get rid of like those shitty decimals. They're trying to get rid of them. Damn the 100th place. Okay. Whirling Death debuff duration increased from 7 to 11 seconds. Whirling Death mana cost decreased from 70, 80, 90, 100 to 70. That's actually really good. Active armor duration rescaled from 16 to 14. 16, 18, 20. Okay, so it's a little weaker earlier, but lasts a bit longer. It's pretty good. I think that could actually make him viable. Maybe. I used to be quite the Timbersaw aficionado back in the day. And biggest fucking things is trying to like fight people early and you just have no mana for it. So maybe with mangoes and shit you can fight. And the slight increase to Whirling Death. Maybe. Okay, laser cast time improved from 0.53 to... Yeah, Tinker buffs, that's what we need. Fuck Tinker, I hate that stupid character. I'll never forget the Tinker cancer and all the boosters and all that bullshit. Fuck that. Laser cast range increased from 550 to 650. Nice. It says craggy exterior now triggers on attacks landing rather than on story. That's good, because that's one of the most annoying things when playing against a tiny and you're about to like either just kill him or try and burst him, and then you just fucking like blink in and just like go derp and like just get stunned because of craggy. Fuck. Okay, leech seed mana cost reduced from 100, 110, 120, 130 to 80, 95, 110, 125. Overgrowth AoE increased from 675 to 800. Scepter overgrowth damage and vision increased from 700 to 800. What are these PPD buffs? What the fuck, Ice Frog? You EG fanboy? What is this? Okay, whatever. That's cool. Nice. Like, it still doesn't matter as long as the Winter Wyvern was in the game, but I think she was removed for rework. That's good. Okay, Troll Warlord. Fervor reduced from 20, 25, 30, 35 to 15, 20, 25, 30. Fervor max stacks increased from 4 to 6, so your attack speed is greater after you reach, you know, maximum stuff. Whirling Axe's cooldown reduced from 2019 1870 to 2018 16 14. Pretty decent. Okay, Tusk movement speed reduced from 305 to 300. Oh, delicious Tusk nerfs. Delicious. Okay, Ice Shard's damage reduced from 70, 140, 210, 280 to 60, 120, 180, 240. Snowball can no longer pull units out of Black Hole Chronosphere. Well, thank God it can't. Fucking Snowball can't break the laws of physics and reality itself. Thank God. Okay, Snowball gather radius reduced from 400 to 350. Okay. Tombstone zombie damage reduced from 35 to 33. Okay. Tombstone bounty increased. Tombstone no longer grants 44 XP. Minor nerfs. That's a lot of gold, or not a lot of gold, but that's something early. You can't just throw away your fucking tombstone like an idiot. I wouldn't say. Ursa scepter. This is fucking like scepter giveaway. Okay. See this good old scepter. This Ags. Allows you to cast your ultimate while disabled and reduces cooldown from 50, 40, 30 to 30, 24, 18. That's actually fucking good. That's really good, actually. And rage is no longer purgeable. Okay, I think of all the stupid little like jump to conclusions, like shoot from the hip calls I've made, I think Ursa Ags is actually looking legit. Actually looks really good. Because that might be able to, that could replace like a BKB or something like that. Like, why get a BKB when you can like reduce damage to like nothing? Cast it while you're disabled, and then it looks really good. Because if you can just tank through all the damage rather than die from it with your ult, I think that's better than trying to get a BKB. Maybe. Okay, Vengeful Spirit. Added Scepter bonus to Vengeful Spirit. Let's see. Causes you to spawn a Vengeance Illusion when you die. The Vengeance Illusion deals 50% damage, takes 100% damage, is able to use all of your abilities, but not items. The Vengeance Illusion lasts until she revives. Yeah, I was about to say she still had one. It just increased her range by a lot. That's pretty funny. That's pretty... That might be really fucking strong, because if like your aura from like dying like sticks on like the damage reduction aura, and if like the illusion has your passive of boosting your team's damage, that's actually pretty interesting. That 6 can't use items, but I mean seems already broken enough to me. That's really spooky. That's cool. It might be really good. Might be really good. Might be able to like swap till you drop or something. And just stuns for days and swapping for days. I don't know. We'll see. You can't get this bitch off the map. Okay, Venomous Gale cooldown reduced from 22 to 21, 20, 19, 18. All right, little couple of shekels thrown Venomancer's way, you know. All right, Visage, Stone Form AoE increased from 340 to 350. So it's when you turn them into stone and they slam, you got a little bit, like you got 10 more units worth of leeway there. Okay, Warlock, base strength increased by 4. Shadow Word duration increased from 11 to 12. I thought he had a good win rate in pubs, so I don't know what these buffs are about. Okay, Weaver, base damage increased by 3. The Swarm's Beetle's base attack time improved from 1.4, 1.25, 1.1, 0.95 to 1. So they attack slightly faster when your beetles are on them. It's kind of neat. What I'm not liking about all these nerfs to mid heroes like Quap, Shadow Fiend, you know, I wonder and argue if they will still be in the game, or not necessarily in the game played as much. Or my biggest fear is I don't want TA to take center stage and then get nerfed because everyone's like, oh my god, everyone's playing TAT, is so good. Boom, nerfed, you know? Okay, but hopefully this is nothing big. Okay, Shackle Shot is now just joinable. Okay, that's fair. Fair is fair. Fair is fair. Shackle Shot speed increased from 1,515 to 1,650. Shackle Shot angle reduced from 26 degrees to 23 degrees. Well, honestly, hackle shots happen at any degree, so who cares? Okay, power shot speed no longer decreased by a small amount as it goes through units. That's good, because that was like a really weird, old, and dumb thing, because it made the animation not match up with what was happening. Okay, I can live with that. Nerfs to shackle. Whoop-de-fucking do. You know, I already get blink dagger to force the perfect angle. The perfect 23 degrees. So. Okay. Winter Wyvern removed from Captain's Mode. Cold Embrace cooldown increased from 17, 16, 15, 14 to 24, 21, 18, 15. That's good. Arctic Burn Slow reduced from 25, 30, 35, 40% to 19, 26, 33, 40%. It says Winter's Curse primary and secondary units are now immune to all damage from their enemies. To all damage from... Okay, so it's original. Like when I first read Winter Wyvern stuff from like Dota 1, that's what I thought it did. I didn't really understand like this is a way throwback. I thought it was like, okay, you get hit by it and then your own team beats you up and can kill you. I didn't really think about the other implications such as like, oh, you get frozen, your team's beating you up and the other team just blows you to fucking pieces. Like I was like, that's really OP. That'll never be in the game. And then it was released and like fucking EG slaughters everybody with it. But yeah, Winter's Curse secondary units now have 50% attack speed bonus, so it's basically making the ult less about holding them in place like Black Hole or like Chronosphere or even like Reverse Polarity. It's less about holding them in place for you to beat the shit out of them and more about you catching them and their like allies beating the shit. I guess. Yeah, I would say that's how it's been. That's how it should have been from the beginning. This like hold them in place while we like destroy them on like a pretty low cooldown is like it's stupid, broken. And like I never used the word broken, but it was pretty broken to me. Press R, win game. Just go. Oh yeah, even more bugs on the ult than it was still in the game. See, like, I can get behind it being used, you know, your allies turned it against you, but, like, just being there to hold you in place while get the shit beat out of you, that's stupid. Alright, Witch Doctor. Maledict mana cost reduced from 120 to 105, 110, 115, 120. That's pretty good, pretty good. That's better than the mana cost reduction, the slight increase in range of it. Okay, Wraith King. Vampire Aura can now be toggled to make the lifesteal for heroes only. Wow, that's cool. That's really good. What a Wraith King buff. He's already strong. Jesus. Okay. On to the items. I know this is... I got past the meat and potatoes. Now we're on to this. Okay. Or we ate the meat. Now we're eating the potatoes. Okay. Fairy Fire. It costs 75 gold, provides plus 2 damage. Consume the Fairy Fire to restore 75 HP. Cooldown 5 seconds. Maybe this is just to make you spend that extra fucking tiny gold. I honestly don't like these items as they look right now, or I don't like adding extra items. I thought the game was fine. As for like these little starter items, I thought like, you know, Wraith Band and shit was good. But now I just think people are gonna find like, I don't know, some optimum strategy of like cheese, and then everyone's gonna have to adapt to that new optimum strategy. We'll see. Okay, so new item form from Ogre Club and Quarterstaff. Provides 10 straight, 10 straight. Okay, so this is the thing that increases the range. Ranged heroes only. Ranged heroes only. I still think that would be a goofy to sell item on, like, on TA. Just cause. Might be better for Drow since, you know, she's all about that, you know, that attack range, staying back and stuff. We'll see. Dragonlance Ags, new Drow build. It sounds so bad. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe this, I don't know, like being a mid player, playing mid a lot, like I'm still jumping back. I don't know. I just don't want to fucking like play against someone that buys like 500 of these and they're just like, look at me, haha, I have 100 fairy fires. It cannot be killed and I do plus 2 damage. Might be annoying. Might be annoying. People might buy this with like the rune money rather than getting an extra potion. Maybe. Mayhaps they might do that. Or salve, excuse me. Aether Lens, new item formed from Energy Booster, Ring of Health, and Cloak. Okay, cast range improvement affects targeted spells and distance related spells such as Venomous Gale. Does not affect AoE spells. Okay, so anything that's kind of like, it's just targeted in a line goes a little bit further. You get that Finger of Death, that 8% spell damage. Gives you a little, oh, it has Cloak in it. Gives you a little magic resistance. If you're like a support, you can go that route, I guess. Plus 8% spell damage. I still don't feel it's so it wouldn't affect like Queen of Pains like AoE, but it would affect other stuff. I wonder if it would like fucking mess with Shadow Fiend stuff, even though you generally don't want to build like spell stuff on him. Well, that'd be funny. My raises go further. It's dumb. Very dumb. Okay, I don't know. It's up in the air. I have to see what people do with it. Iron Talon, new item formed from Calling Blade, Ring of Protection, and a recipe. Okay. Plus 2 armor. Nice. Wow, lets you target non-player enemy units to remove 40% of their current HP. Pretty cool. Courier per. Oh, I'm jumping to this because I saw this. Never mind, I'll go in order. There. Item changes. Okay, Abyssal Blade. Bash damage increased from 60 to 120. Damage bonus decreased from 85 to 70. Okay, the following items are related in their changes with bonus damage and proc damage being modified. Abyssal blade, javelin, monkey king. Are they literally leaguifying? Are they removing RNG? Am I dying on the inside? I think I am. Okay, bash damage increased from 60 to 120. Damage bonus increased from 85 to 70. Okay, courier purchase cooldown increased from 7 seconds to 2 minutes. Animal courier cost decreased from 120 to 110. 100, I guess. Just too expensive, you know? Can't afford it. Wow. 2 minutes. Jeez. Like, people that dumb that just, I fucking bought a courier. My bad, dude. I've seen it happen, so I know. Okay. Arcane boots. Movement speed reduced by 5 and total cost reduced by 50. See boots to speed changes. Or is everyone getting slower now? Oh my god. Okay, this applies to the following. Boots and speed, arcane boots, phase boots, power treads, and tranquil boots. Holy shit, everything just got slower. What the fuck? That happened a long time ago, and I guess they're doing it again. Time to rush them travels. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe I have no idea why that is. Okay, assault curse attacks Theodore now affects buildings. Interesting. It's nice that their cost is reduced by 50. Maybe I'm getting like my panties in a twist over 5 movement speed, but I don't know. I don't know. I thought the gameplay was pretty good, pretty fast, you know, reducing it by any amount. I don't know. Blade Mill cooldown reduced from 15 to 13. Whoopee. Okay. Oh boy, bottle nurse. Here we go. Cost reduced from 700 to 660. What a fucking amount. 660. Health regen per charge reduced from 110 to 90. Mana regen per charge reduced from 70 to 60. Okay, a charge now heals over 2.5 seconds instead of 3 seconds. Total amount is still 90-60. Added bottle to side shop starts with only 1 charge. As usual, if you use the item, you cannot sell it back for full price. I'm really kind of like, I hate it. Well, I don't hate it. Sometimes it's good on carries when they do, like when they buy a bottle. Sometimes it is good. You know, sometimes PL, sometimes other people can use it. But I hate it in my games personally because they'll jack the courier and be like, dude, I gotta get my bottle. And then they'll be like, but I need my bottle, you know. What else? Faster heal, that's fine. Guess you're only losing like 20 and 10, so not the biggest thing in the world, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But I am kind of glad they did that, because at least when people do go bottle, they won't get in my way. But it sucks as nerfed. Flutter movement speed increased from 25 to 35%. That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. Flutter duration reduced from 6 to 4. Fuck. Okay. Maybe it's kind of like how they changed phased, where you burst for faster to get away, but oh well. Clarity. And mana regeneration increased from 170 over 45 seconds to 190 over 50 seconds. So slight increase on your clarities. It was pretty outclassed by Mango anyways. I mean, you just save money. Cloak. Magic resistance reduced from 20% to 15%. Wow, no more my casual cloak nerf. No. Okay. Crimson Guard chance from 75% to block 40-20 to 100% to block 32-16. Cooldown reduced from 70 to 60. Guess that's it's a buff. It's a buff for sure. Critical strike from 25% chance for 2.4 times to 30% chance for 2.2. Average damage increased from 35 to 36% damage. I don't care about the average damage. I just want the 1 second to boom pop them. That's all I want. Man, my damage. Oh well, okay. Agility bonus increased from 20-35 to 25-35. Okay. Intelligence bonus increased from 610 to 1015. Endurance bonus movement speed increased from 10% to 13%. Okay. Ethereal Blade mana cost reduced from 150 to 100. Okay, that's fine. Morphling buff, I suppose. Anyone else that wants a E-Blade? Purge maybe in the ridiculous late game? No idea. Flying Courier cost reduced from 220 to 200. Glimmercape base magic resistance reduced from 20% to 15%. Heart of Taras HP regeneration increased from 4% to 4.75%. And good stuff for old Doomsday there. Helm of the Dominator now sets the Dominator recruit's base movement speed to 350. Okay, Hooded Defiance now an active ability. I really like that. That makes stacking way fucking easier. What is this active ability? It creates a spell shield on your hero that absorbs up to 325 magical damage. I swear I've seen that before. I swear I've seen that before somewhere. Some game has that. I don't know where. Okay. Iron Branch can now be used by targeting the ground, planting a happy little tree that lasts 20 seconds. 200 cast range. Holy shit, this is the greatest change of this entire patch. No joke. Okay, let's on to this. Javelin. Pierce improved from 20% to deal 40 damage to 25% to deal 85 bonus damage. Okay, and the damage bonus reduced from 21 to 10. Okay, so you have a greater chance to do a lot of bonus damage. And then they nerfed like the base bonus damage to make up for it. This does suck though for like the bonus damage from these items. You're gonna have to proc to get the most out of your right clicks, and it sucks because I liked where Daedalus is. I guess it says like a slight increase. It's not that big a damage nerf, so I'm crying over nothing maybe, but we'll see. Lincoln's buff. Lincoln's cooldown reduced from 16 to 13. Damage bonus increased from 10 to 15. Well, that's something. Mantle of Intelligence removed from the side shop. Wowie. So, okay, MKB already kind of like read over it. Mini Bash proc damage increased from 100 to 160. Damage bonus reduced from 88 to 66. So, like I said, they're just kind of like averaging it out, where it kind of depends on the proc chance. And like the static damage is reduced, but I think it's still kind of like maybe evened out. We'll see. Necronomicon recipe cost reduced from, hold on. I guess it does more damage now if you proc, because it's like, I'm so tired, I'm jumping around. 100 to 160, so that's like 60 damage, and then they took 22 off your static damage. So yeah, it's a buff. It's good stuff, okay. Okay. Recipe cost reduced from 1250 to 1200. Necronom archer attack range increased. 350, 450, 550 to 450, 500, 550. Pretty good. Observer and Sentry Wards. Now I have an area indicator before placing. That's kind of nice, I guess. New UI. So you get more experience for catching them little cheaters. Not really cheaters, they're just using vision. They're just playing the game, okay? Alright, Octarine Core now affects the replenished time of charged abilities. Wow. Octarine Core Riki, Octarine Core Ember Spirit, Octarine Core, Earth Spirit, Octarine Ags. That's the Earth Spirit build. Mark my words. Orb of Venom is no longer a unique attack modifier. That's what I was thinking about when they were talking about the silencer changes. But Okay, oh man. Okay, it really doesn't affect you early game, and usually people drop it or do something else with it. But anyways, phase boots. Phase no longer cancels when casting. Movement speed reduced by 5 and total cost reduced by 50. I think everything was reduced by 50. This is gonna slow down my farm and I can't get to my camps as fast. Maybe that's another reason they did it, is because the math behind the new camps and stuff. Maybe they also somehow want you to use your brain when you're running from people, and like, okay, one, the map might feel bigger because things are slower. Two, there's more juke passings. Maybe they're like, now you gotta use your brain to escape, not just running away. Stuff like that. But I mean, Travels is god tier now. Travels is god tier. I'm telling you. Cooling blade price reduction. I ain't complaining. Ring of protection cost reduction now. Also not complaining. Bonus armor reduced. Wow. No, I needed that one armor because I'm building a Keela on Shadowfiend now because you've crippled me. Okay. Rod of Atos. Cripple cooldown increased from 10 to 12. Cripple now. Speaking of cripples, cooldown increased from 10 to 12. Now grants units that attack the target 40% accuracy. What? Wow, so this is kind of almost a way of like not building MKB on somebody that you don't want to build it on, maybe. Or it's a way for support to like stats, so it's more of a more correct way of thinking about it. Oh, my idiot carries, they don't have a MKB. Don't worry, I'll cripple them for you. Now you can, now you can hit them 40% of the time. Oh man, this is the Windrunner killer now. The Windrunner killer and the PA crusher and anyone with a butterfly. Interesting. It actually gives it a purpose now, so supports can fuck over your evasion now as well. Damn it! Alright, okay. Maim no longer pierces spell immunity. Greater Maim no longer... Wow, that's pretty significant buffs in my opinion. But I mean, that's not why people get SMI anyways, but that's something. BKB now trumps SNY. Satanic duration increased by a little half a second. Maybe that's one more attack off or something. Pretty good, pretty good. I like Satanic, so. Scythe of Ice, Hex cooldown reduced from 30 to 25. Well, now it's getting a little ridiculous. Okay. Silver Edge debuff no longer dispellable. Okay. Strength bonus increased from 8 to 10, so it has more strength for you. Bash damage increased from 60 to 120. Damage reduced from 25 to 10, so it loses 15, but if you bash them, you do an extra 60. So all these little RNG items actually got a little pretty good damage buff. Cost reduced from 100 to 50. That's pretty nice. Pretty significant there. I don't know. Well, at least like a support will never scream like I can't afford that. Tango. Boosted tangos now last for double the duration instead of providing double the heal rate. Okay, so boosted tango is if you like ate a ward instead of that. Pretty sure. Using tango on iron branch trees provide double healing duration. Oh no, we're getting ridiculous now, cause now you can just like, I don't know, people might invest into crushing mid early and not like into like stats or things, or just buy a shitload of tangos and ironwood branches and you're like good to go forever. Oh, I'm gonna have to sit down and do math and stuff like this for figuring out what's like the optimal build. Because like maybe you have like 2 extra tangos that you hold on to, and then you only use the like, or excuse me, you have 2 ironwood branches, like you buy like 4 or something. You need 2 for your magic wand if you're gonna go that route or something, and then you plant a tree, you eat it to double your tangos, like if you do need it, or you just hold on to them, something like that. I don't know. This is gonna change mid a little bit. You're about to like gonna get hit with all the cheese in the world, and I'm gonna have to catch up. All right. Tranquil boots, armor reduced from like 4 to 3, movement speed reduced by 5, just like all the other boots except for boot to travel, still godlike. Vanguard chance 75% to block 40-20 to 100% to block 32-16. I really think these buffs to like Vanguard, Crimson Guard, they're gonna show up, I think. Okay, Veiled Discord now acquires 2 times the Robe of the Magi instead of a 900 recipe. So, intelligence bonus increased by 12. Vitality booster added to the side shop. Nice, nice. Ultimate orb removed to the side shop. Good grief. So now it's only available from, I think they moved to the secret shop? Yeah. Okay, Yasha, movement speed bonus reduced from 10 to 8%. Sand, Yasha, and Manta are unchanged. Wow, so they... my casual Yasha, no! Damn it. That's a slap in the face to the casual Yasha. Okay, additional changes. Updated the dashboard top bar. The armory has been moved from within the Heroes tab to its own top level button next to the Quit button. The armory now has new items preview panel when hovered. Custom games can now be found inside the arcade tab. There is now a top level store tab which includes features, top sellers, new releases, spotlighted treasures, and items on sale. The treasury has been moved to within the store tab. Updated ARDM game mode. Okay, that's that all random deathmatch game mode. Okay. Fixes in the Steam client released on Thursday, December 10th, fixed a problem that could cause frame rate hitches, especially for players subscribed to a large number of hero guilds. Okay, added a mechanism to Steam for Dota to tell it when you're in a match, so Steam should not patch the game. That's really good, because I've been like fucked over so many times with that. Steam never downloads updates to the game or custom games that have already been completely installed once you launch Dota. This change ensures that Steam will not update Dota if you exit the game or crash and try to relaunch Dota. Praise God. Okay, chatting LMAO now causes your hair to laugh out loud. I'm like skimming through these because unless there's like something legit. Okay, healing fountain Osha's above, cool. That's good because I got that bug and I couldn't take off my stats and I just stuck with whatever I had on there. I think all of these are just sort of like, I guess it's called, it said UI ones, so just the user interface. Okay, so here's someone. Improved pathfinding. We'll see how improved. Fix a bug where friends menu sometimes clipped elements off the end. Just random things. And that's pretty much it. Pretty much other stuff for just little back-end stuff, workshop stuff. Well, that's gonna wrap it up. I hope it was, you know, as worth it. All this long wait, you know, for you guys that was for me. I think I broke it. That's unfortunate. What a great place to end this video. Alright guys, take care, like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think about how I did, and new characters, new items, why you think some things were buffed, nerfed, changed. Alright, take care.